Welcome back, kids and coaches. I'm Coach Kent Murphy. We're back here on the Kent Murphy podcast. I got Seattle Mariners pitcher Justin Dunn with me today. How you doing, Justin?
What's up, Coach? How you doing? Good to have me on, man.
Hey, man, I'm doing good. Hey, man, thanks for coming on.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, well, I like to have a good flamethrower on here every now and then.
I try to be, man. I try not to have my fastball get disgraced too much.
What are you running that fastball up to now?
Oh, man, it's down a little bit, but trying to get it up into the sevens again, back where I was in college. And we're starting to get there a little bit better. So in camp, I was 2 to 4 and hit 6 a couple times, so feeling pretty good.
Yeah, we gotta get you about 105. I think you could do it. Forget about your curveball, any kind of breaking off speed crap. Just whiz those fastballs in there. Keep them inside too.
You want them inside? I got you.
Yeah, yeah, man.
I got you.
You got to let them know you're out there.
I love it. I love it. Assert the dominance.
Yeah, you got to let them know, man. I mean, you're from New York, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Born and raised.
Yeah, so you know how to. I mean, you gotta let people know all the time in New York, man.
All the time, man. You got to let people know can't get walked over. I try to take that on the mound with me whenever I go out there. So it's a fight, and I know you love fights, so that's the way I look at it.
I don't love fights. I'm just real good at them. You know what I mean? My mom always told me just do what you're good at, Kent. And so I was like, well, I guess I'm good at this.
Good at fighting and hitting dingers.
That's right. That's right.
I love it.
Did you ever hit dingers? I know you're a pitcher, but did you ever hit dingers coming up?
I played shortstop my whole life growing up. Wanted to go. Got recruited as a two-way to go to BC, but in the summers they made me try to bunt, so I lost all my skills hitting. And
I don't blame you for getting rid of it then.
No,
like, I ain't bunting. I'll just go pitch.
I lost all my skills, man. I told my dad when I was a kid coming up, you started to come out right when I was starting to get into baseball, and I told my dad I need Coach Kent. It's the only way I'm going to be able to hit. So he couldn't find
smart.
you.
That's probably why you're in the big. That's probably why you're in the bigs now, because you turned to the right coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So did you ever hit any dingers at all?
Yeah, I hit. When I was younger, I used to hit some.
Were you a bat flipper?
Yeah, I love to have fun, man. I love to have fun, flip it, watch it. I don't get mad when people do it to me, because if I punch you out in a big spot, I'm gonna let you know I got you. So
that's what I'm saying.
That does not bother me at all.
That's what I'm saying, and I've been trying to tell all the pitchers that have been coming on here. So like the batters, they bat flip it, which they should. Every time they hit a dinger, I think every time you strike somebody out, doesn't matter if it's the top of the first, you strike out the first guy. You gotta have a move. You gotta let them know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little dance or something out
walk
there.
Off the man. Yeah, I got a little shuffle once in a while if I get somebody and I feel good about it.
That's what I'm talking about, man. You can't let them just have all the glory. You out there pitching, throwing fastballs. You got to take some of it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, come on, man. No. We got to have our fun. We got to make pitching fun again. So
that's what I'm talking about.
I love to make it a game.
Fan the flame, pump it up, baby.
I love it.
Hey, you got to do it. So you're from New York, so I got to ask you, because you got drafted out of high school right by the Dodgers.
Yes, sir.
And you were like, nah, I'm just going to go to Boston College instead.
Yeah.
How awesome did that feel? How awesome did that feel to be like, you know what? I mean, I got drafted, but I'm not going to do it.
No, it wasn't. It was cool to be able to say I did that. But I had told my mom when I was like 11 that I was going to play in the big leagues and not go to college. So it was like, I could really do this. I could really achieve my dream. So it was kind of bittersweet to have to say no to my childhood dream for a little bit to go to college. But it was also cool to walk into school and say, yeah, I got drafted and turn it down. So it humbled me a little bit. I got humbled when I got to school and met a couple dudes, but it was definitely a cool experience.
But then you got to go. Then you went to Boston College. But then you stepped it up because then you went in the first round.
Yeah, man. I was a relief pitcher, and then I walked into my coach's office one day and told him I'm tired of it, kind of like you said, and made myself a starter. But no, he came up to me. We had a little bit of a rough skid in the middle of the season there, and he called me in the office and was like, "Hey, we want you to start." And I'm just about winning, so whatever it took to help the team win in my junior year is what I wanted to do, and was fortunate enough that I was blessed to have a couple good starts and have some favor in my life, and was blessed to go in the first round.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Now, since you're from New York, Growing up, were you Mets or Yankees?
Yankee fan.
So how did it feel when you got drafted by the Mets then? Were all your buddies kind of like, what the hell are you doing playing for the Mets?
They didn't care. No, I didn't care either. I was hyped. Honestly, I was at the time. I was probably more excited to go to the Mets because when you look at the guys they had DeGrom, Harvey, Syndergaard, Matz, and Wheeler, best five arguably in the league.
They got some arms over there.
Yeah,
man.
they had some arms, and so me and my dad kind of looked at each other and said, if I can learn from the guys that developed that, my career will be just fine. So I was super hyped to get through the org and learn from the guys that taught those guys what they knew and made them who they are. And I was a little sad to leave because I was just starting to get up to those upper levels with the guys that had the hands-on experience with Groms and Syndergaards and things like that. So I didn't really get the full experience of the way they develop pitching over there, but I was definitely excited.
But you got a little taste of it. I think you're doing all right. You got called up.
I'm all right. Yeah,
you're doing all right.
Complaining.
Yeah, you got that fastball working.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I got to ask you. So they're going to do the universal DH. It's kind of disappointing because now when you play play some National League teams, you don't get a hit.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you just look forward a little bit to getting up to the plate and just being like, I know I'm a pitcher, but let me try to run into one here real quick.
Oh, I got one at bat in Pittsburgh last year. Actually, in that picture you got back there, I had one at bat, and I absolutely swung out of my behind. I tried to come undressed on every single swing that I took.
You got to,
I was
man.
leaving. I was trying to elevate and celebrate, and that's all I had on my mind.
You got to do it, man. You don't get very many chances when you're pitching.
No,
so you got to go up there. You got to risk it all and let it fly.
Yeah, I went first pitch. I literally looked at Skip, and I was like, can I go first pitch? And there was 2 outs, so it wasn't a big deal. And I was like, I'm getting a heater, so I ain't going to miss it. Fouled it back and got a couple sliders after that. So I put that as some respect. I got a little respect after the swing.
I got it. Hey, man, I got to pay for this episode. I got all these big-time sponsors hitting me up all the time, so I got to read an ad. And I talked to my sponsors, and they was like, oh, okay. Yeah, we love Justin. So one of my real sponsors that's a real company, we got one for you. So I'm going to start you off here.
Okay.
Today's episode of the Kent Murphy podcast is brought to you by Slide Razor. This is my revolutionary new invention that fits on any type of baseball pants. You just put the attachment on, and Slide Razor automatically lifts your leg up when you slide, so you can always get the perfect spike up slide into second. Slide Razor, because if they're going to turn 2, they're going to get 1.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a real sponsor?
It's a real product that I invented. It hasn't hit the market yet. I'm still looking for investors, but we'll get it out there.
I love it.
Yeah, I think you got one coming your way.
Yeah, I just got it in. So today's episode of the Kent Murphy podcast is also brought to you by the Rowan Gardner effect. Are you like me and get bored sitting in the bullpen? Well, just do what I do and whip fastballs over the fence at players on the field, just like Henry Rowan Gardner did in Rookie of the Year. If you're lucky, you'll drill one of them. If you're really lucky, they'll try and fight you and cure your boredom. Start launching today.
That's right.
Hey, I love it.
You sitting out of the bullpen, it's a long, hot day.
Yeah.
Get bored, start whipping some fastballs out there. What are they going to do, kick you out?
Especially the fans that start talking crazy when you're out there.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Give
them something to watch out for. Yep, give them something to watch out for.
Yeah. Were you ever have you ever charged, or has anybody ever charged the mound on you, I guess I should say?
No one's ever charged a mound on me. I'll tell you, I was actually thinking about this earlier. The one time I've ever had to hit somebody on purpose was because of Pete Alonso. We were in the Florida State League and we were playing the Pirates, and so they broke his hand earlier, and he came in the dugout pissed. I was like, somebody hit somebody, and he came up to me in my locker the next day. I was like, yo, I need you to hit somebody for me and just get them back. So I ended up hitting Will Craig. Luckily I knew Will. But that was the one time I was worried about someone coming out after me. It was the first time I ever hit somebody on purpose in pro ball, and I was worried about someone coming after me. So shout out to Pete for that one. But I ended up getting them and doing my job. I didn't get them too good, but I got them.
You did your job, though. You think you would have won, though, if he did come out?
I would have went for Pete. I would have started running to Pete and let Pete take care of it, man.
Yeah, Pete, you better step in here. Take care of this problem you made.
he always says that he blacks out, and if he gets into a fight, it wouldn't be pretty. So I want to see if he's
That's
really
what he
got the
said.
stuff.
That's what he said on mine. Yeah,
He said that to you too.
Yeah, he talks a lot of crap.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll throw one at him. I'll see what he does.
Oh, he charges at you.
Nobody would. Nobody smart would.
Never. You're too good at fighting. I would never think of it.
Unless like your dream is to take an L, I guess.
Go to sleep. I mean? Probably put somebody to sleep real quick.
I'm telling you, I do like a running bulldog move. I'm a big pro wrestling fan, so I know, I'll people's elbow somebody, whatever, man.
Okay.
I'll start suplexing people, whatever I got to do to win.
RKO off the dugout?
Yeah, you already know, man. I'll top rope all you mothers. You know what I mean?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, man. So you never had the mound charge on you, but when you're sitting in the bullpen, here's a little piece of advice.
Okay.
The most important part of being in the bullpen is to not be the guy that holds the door, because that's the last guy to the fight.
Never.
You know what I mean?
Never. I'm always the first one out there.
Yeah, and in fact, don't even wait for the door. Just like in the bullpen, forget about like warming up. You should be practicing your leap over the fence. You know what I mean? Get out there as quick as you can.
And instead of stretch, do bullpen hops? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah. See how quick you can get. Don't time your 40. Time getting over that fence.
Time to hop.
Yeah, the hop time.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
Have you ever had to run out?
Be the last one. Yeah. It was actually in the series that Pete got hit. Jeff McNeil started it, and
he's like the littlest guy on the field.
Oh, Squirrel is nuts, man. He's psycho too. He's another one that he runs his mouth when he plays. So I love playing with him. Yeah,
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude. You would like him. You got to get him on your show. He's
I got
to
do
dude.
it.
But yeah, ran out there, and he was going at it with Cole Tucker a little bit, so we had to get out there, and everybody shared a couple words. Nothing ever happened. It's always just a talking match.
That's how most of them end. Everybody kind of wusses out by the end. They just wanted a little break, mostly. You know what I mean?
I think one day you need to just hop the fence and go in and just get one going.
I've been thinking about it. I got a couple buddies that said they'd pay my bail if I rushed the field. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you're in Seattle, I got you. I'll get you out.
Hey, let's do it. All right. You heard it here, folks. I'm coming up to Seattle as soon as they let fans back. Old Justin's going to get me out, and then we're going to go out and hit the town.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
I'm in, man. I'm in. So you played with Pete. Did you ever pitch against him in practice and strike his ass out?
We faced each other one time in Instructs 2016, and he hit a fly ball to left, and our left fielder lost it in the sun and like kind of tripped. So he says he hits a double. I said it was a fly ball out. So we go back and forth, and we just counted it as wash. We were supposed to face each other this year again, but COVID kind of messed all that up. So we're going to try to figure out a time to square it up. But I think I'd get him. I don't think he could touch your fastball. I get in his head too much. Yeah, you just got to bring it in on him a little bit. Yeah, he'll be exactly. Fine. You'll be fine. Exactly. I got your back. I'll come out there. I'll mediate. Listen, that may be the one guy I need you to come help me out with if he does come at me. That's easy. Easiest thing in the world, man. How often during a game do you shake off your catcher? I try not to, man. I try to have a good relationship with my catchers. I'm blessed to have two great catchers, Tom Murphy, Austin Nola. They do their homework. They know everybody top to bottom. So I can kind of go into a start and just go pitch. But if I get that gut feeling where I feel like I got to throw something, if I'm going to give up a dinger, it's going to go on my shoulders. I can't give up a homer knowing that it wasn't a pitch I wasn't convicted in. I'm going to throw it with everything I got. So I'll only shake if I really feel I want to throw something other than what they're putting down. But it's very rare. I got you. I shake off almost every pitch just to let them know who's in charge. You know what I mean? Yeah, show your dominance. We had that conversation before. I say it's my game, but they get a good feel of what I'm trying to do that day. At least in the first inning. Yeah, at least in the first inning, just go out there, just shake off the first three. You know, first three pitches of the game? Just to set the tone, let him know. And then, when you get back in the dugout, be like, hey, man, I just wanted to let you know I can't be looking like a chump out here in front of the fans. You know what I mean? I got to let them know I'm in charge. Now, do you shake to get back to the same pitch, or do you shake to go to something different?
Yeah, I shake to go back to the same pitch. It's really just about dominance for me. Just to let them know that, yeah, that's what I want to throw, but not because you told me to. You know what I mean?
I'm going to throw it when I want to throw it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
100%.
exactly.
I'm going to try that.
Exactly.
I'm going to definitely try that.
Yeah. Who's your favorite player growing up?
Favorite player growing up, Derek Jeter, Pedro Martinez, and Mariano Rivera. Top three.
Pedro was a dirtball, man.
Yeah, man. I love him.
That guy could throw. Could throw. Hey,
That
plus,
man,
he got
he
in a
loved
bunch
to
of
fight,
fights
too.
and stuff.
Yeah, he loved to fight.
He's one of my favorite pitchers, man. I love that guy.
He's nuts. He's a fierce competitor, man. He's someone I strive to be every time I go out there.
Well, you're up in Seattle now. Have you had a chance to meet? Have you had a chance to meet Griffey yet? One of the best dinger hitters of all time.
Yeah, I got a chance to talk to him. I tried to pick his brain. It's tough because from what it sounded like, everything you throw is going to be hit out. So, and then from watching that documentary, you see that that's the case. So it was hard for me to kind of learn from him, but I did get to talk to him. Pretty surreal moment to actually have a conversation with the kid and try to pick his brain.
You think you could strike him out?
Yeah, I think I can get him. I never think I can strike someone out. I mean, I think I could even get you, but
well. I mean, we could set that up if you want. I think Clevenger's going to hit me with a pitch, and then I'll set up a bat with you where you try to get me out. It ain't gonna happen, Yo,
let's do it. I'm down for that for sure.
We'll just have a whole day where I'll just run up against all the major league pitchers and just start disgracing families.
Yeah, I need a bat flip though. If you get me, I need a big one.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna bat flip it no matter what I do, man.
All right.
You got to make it look good at the end.
Yeah. Any new catchphrases though?
Well, yeah, I'm working on some ones I can't, I don't want to say them right now, but
okay.
It has to do with the commissioner and stuff like that. So I got some new ones coming.
Wait.
Yeah.
All right, we'll wait and see.
We're gonna do a whole dinger week this year, man. We're gonna do a whole dinger week.
That's awesome. I'm hyped for that, man.
Yeah, man. So
I just hope I'm not in the highlights of them. That's all.
Well, I mean, or you could just you could just you could just come hit dingers with me. You know what I mean, for a day.
I'm down for that.
And we could just do bat flips. Dude, I'm into that all day. I'm all in on that. Maybe we'll make Pete pitch to us and just take him yard all day.
Yeah, that'd be easy. It'd be flat, nice, right down the middle for you.
Yeah, he's got a weak ass fastball. I can just tell by looking at him. Man. So we got so we're gonna restart the season here coming up. Mm-hmm. Quarantine's over. What was your favorite quarantine activity?
Man, I played a lot of golf. I was never good at hitting, so I finally found a ball that wasn't moving and I could hit it decently consistent. So I played a lot of golf, got a chance to compete. I hated losing. So
how far you hit that drive?
3-something on a good day. I try not to hit it too much. I can't control it. So if I can't,
I can't either. But you got to grip it.
Keep it in the bag.
Man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you definitely pull it out and let the big dog eat a lot.
Yeah, I putt with the driver. I don't care, man. I play by like John Daly rules. I smoke some cigs and play golf all. You know what I mean? Just walking around with a mullet. It's pretty sweet. It's a good day, really, when I golf.
We need to go. We need to go out in Arizona or something.
What are you shooting?
I played yesterday shooting the 80s. I'm not very good. That's another thing. You want to get McNeil on Top Golf. McNeil's an unbelievable golfer. So I'm not on his level or some of the guys in the league, but it's a fairly new hobby. So
I'm a terrible golfer. Yeah, I'm a terrible golfer. I just get kicked off courses all the time for yelling and tipping over golf carts and stuff like that.
See, we got to make golf fun, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
That should be allowed. Make the course fun.
Yeah,
bring your music.
I'm into it. All right, man, we got to get out of here. But we got a 60-game season coming up. I need some predictions from you. How many strikeouts you got? Yeah, how many strikeouts you going to get this year?
60 games.
I'm going to tell you what I think you can do. I think you could get in 60 games. I think you could do 350.
350?
Yeah. And I think if you talk the coach into letting you DH a couple of times, you get a couple dingers too.
Oh, I'll definitely hit a couple. If I give me a couple of bats, I'll get one. But 350, what's that like? That's like 5 an inning.
Yeah. You just got to tell your catcher
what Cole get last year?
I don't know.
A couple hundred?
Yeah, you'd be fine.
You got like 200, I think. Yeah. All right, so I got to have at least 2 or 3 drop third strikes every inning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just talk to your catcher, be like, "Hey, this last one's going to be perfect. Just don't catch it." You know
All
what I
right, we'll
mean?
talk to him. I'm
Yeah.
gonna see him today. I got to go into the facility, so
That's
I'll
what I'm
talk to him
talking about,
that and
man.
work that game plan out.
So you're saying you could do 200?
In 60 innings or 60 start or 60 games, dude. If I do that, then you got to be my new pitching coach.
Hey, let's do it, man. Let's do it. You heard it here. Justin Dunn guarantees 200 strikeouts this year, and he's going to charge 3 batters just for old Kent here. Hey, man, thanks for coming on the podcast.
You want me to charge batters? I got you.
Yeah, dude, I'm into it, man. You know, do your strikeout dance and then just run at him.
All right. And I'll look at him and say this one's for Coach Kent before I go.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, thanks for coming on the podcast, Justin. I appreciate it. Best of luck to you this year, man. Stay healthy and have a good one.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Hey, guys, we'll see you next week on the Kent Murphy podcast. Till then, hum that thing in there, baby.